Hey there, everybody. Welcome to the DFH Off Ramp. This is Langley, and I'm trying something a little bit different here today. If you're listening to the usual audio podcast that you downloaded through iTunes or anywhere else, then you won't notice any difference. But I decided that I'm gonna try doing the show uh, uh, recorded as usual for audio, but also posting it on the YouTubes. And I figured, well, why the hell not? They have that little direct video upload thing now. I guess they probably had that for a while. I usually stay away from YouTube for various reasons, mainly because the video quality sucks. It's gotten better, but it's kind of become just this whole pile of shit. and so usually if I do any kind of videos of any quality, I post them on Blip, usually Blip, because I've noticed they've been pretty good. But I figured, well, I'll do these YouTube things. It's like a limit of 10 minutes or something. That's great. I'll do some short shows. Maybe try to do them every day. I really can only promise that in November, and even that is sketchy. I think did I manage to do it every day this year? Last year, I think I did, and did the year before for November podcast. So here I am, looking at myself fixing my mustache, which is a disaster. We'll get to that here in a second. Um, and I figured, well, if I post these things, then people can watch me being stupid as well as sounding stupid, and then I can get haters to come on and talk about how much they dislike me, and how I can eat a dick, and how I look like a walrus or an asshole or a walrus's asshole or some other bullshit. So I totally expect that, and I might be disappointed if there aren't a bunch of people telling me how much I suck. So these are going to be on youtube.com/, I don't know what it is, users or something. What you're looking for is DFH Off Ramp is my user there on the YouTube. If you're watching me, you've already found it. So here's number one on the YouTube, and number, fuck, I don't even know, 100 and something. We on 100 and something on the audio show. I don't even know. I don't pay attention. Anyway, so what's going on? I don't know. Let's see. Um, this weekend was a pretty good weekend. Let's see. We Saturday we had well, we were gonna try to do a short film. We had the Nighthawk and AK-47, and uh, Pasties was over. We drug out a bunch of costumes, tried to come up with a few ideas to do a video. We watched some on YouTube, try to get inspired to do something stupid, and then in the process of watching shit, we got drunk and didn't do shit. A bunch of drunk people in silly outfits equals chat roulette. So we were on chat roulette for a long time, being ridiculous till all hours of the night. And also in the process of getting drunk and putting on stupid outfits, I shaved most of my beard off, and now I have this uh, sort of, well, it could be a handlebar mustache if I did it right. If you're watching on the YouTube, it would look something like this. Hey, let me do it. I don't know. It needs product. I need mustache product. There's some fuel for your stupid comments, YouTube. Keep your stupid comments in your pocket. That's a reference to The Room. Anyway, and I got my sinister looking goatee here, and probably not gonna keep this mustache for very long because it's irritating. But I figured we'd go do some villainous photos somewhere this weekend maybe, and see how that goes. What else? Um, I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna. This is the thing. I'm never. This is how the show goes, folks. If you're new to this on the YouTubes, never prepared for a show. If you're lucky, you got that much out of me. I'm having a beer. We'll plug Great Divide because I drink a lot of Great Divide beer, and it's good beer. We tried to do this when we first started doing the DFH radio shows on Saturday, the live shows. God, way back 4 or 5 years ago. Well, when we did them in Denver anyway. Before I moved here, we didn't. We just, well, that was different. But When we started doing the Fallout Shelter shows here, the Nighthawk and I were always drinking Oscar Blues beer, and we did get a guy from Oscar Blues who said he was gonna start giving us cases of beer to talk about them and drink while we did the show, and we were like, great, that's as close to being sponsored by anything as we're gonna be because no one's gonna pay us for this shit. So we were like, sure, let's do that, and then the guy never brought us any beer, so we stopped drinking that beer. Actually, that's not why. We just moved on to other beers, and now we drink a bunch of Great Divide, and we go to the Great Divide a lot. In fact, that's how Saturday night started. We were at Great Divide drinking a lot of beer. They just put out Dunkelweiss, which is good. It was like the second day they had it on tap there. I don't know if that's like a repeat beer they do seasonal or what, but first time I'd had it. Well, maybe not the first time I've had it, but first time I've had it there. And a few of those get you pretty good and silly. And we just kept going, and kept going, and kept going. Chat roulette, definitely more fun with a shitload of people, and definitely more fun with a bunch of costumes. Definitely more fun if you got a bunch of booze. Every time someone came on with their dick hanging out, we'd pull out the rubber chicken and start choking it until they left, until they moved on to their next, whatever. We didn't find Ben Folds. However, I think so. Okay. So I'm sitting here. We were playing a bunch of music and lip syncing to people on chat roulette. And at one point, Nighthawk and Pasties went to the liquor store, and I'm going through music. AK-47 is on chat roulette. Thanks. I just sneezed. Yeah. Hang on. I need some beer. Okay. So AK-47 is over there on chat roulette. I'm sitting here looking through music, and she motions for a pen and paper. I hand her a pen and paper. She writes something down on it and hands me back this. If you can see it on the chat on the YouTube, it says Jonas, and I'm thinking, well, if you're asking me to play Jonas Brothers, I'm not gonna do that because I don't even think I own any Jonas Brothers. So yeah, not happening. So I'm like, whatever. And a few minutes later, she's done with her little chat, and she goes, that was the Jonas Brothers. 2 of the 3 Jonas Brothers were just on chat roulette talking to me. And I'm like, well, I don't... first of all, I'm not sure I believe that. And I'm thinking, well, great. But why didn't you say something? I would have come over and said, hey, whatever. I don't know if it was. I don't know if it wasn't. But all I had to go by was a piece of paper that said Jonas. And... who knows? Maybe. No Ben Folds, though. We thought we saw Snoop Dogg for a second, but then realized someone just had the camera pointed at the fucking television. And when you're drunk, yeah, it gets you excited for a second, but it quickly dissipated. Okay, let's say that's a show. I got nothing else really to talk about tonight. Maybe I'll try to do these. It's something to do here when I get home from work. Maybe these will be something I can do. We are going to have a real show with the Duke and Karaoke Bob, and hopefully Dark Gracie this week. She was unable to come on last week because she was sick. I guess she had a sore throat, and I don't know. So she might be able to come on this week. So that'll probably be Thursday, probably posted on Friday when I sober up. And I don't know if I'll still have this silly mustache by then, but obviously if we're doing a real show with 3 or 4 people, they can't all be here on the camera if you're watching the YouTube version. But I'll try to do these when I'm doing them by myself. I'll try to do the YouTube thing since this seems easy enough, and I'm limited to 10 minutes, so that's something I can probably do. Probably. I'm full of empty promises, you know, so maybe we'll get to 5 on YouTube. We'll see how bad the comments are. Yeah. All right. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll talk to you next time.